Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Coin Show, the third video in my series, Prudent Stacking of Gold and Silver. In this video I will tell you what I buy to invest in precious metals. First of all, which metal? I first invest in gold and then in silver. And only then I diversify into even other precious metals like for instance platinum. This is a 1 ounce platinum bar. I prefer gold and silver because they are the monetary metals. And why do I say first gold and then silver? Because value is stored far more compacted in gold compared to silver. For example, the gold that you see here on 1 ounce panda, 10 gram bar and 3 venaries is worth much more than all the silver you see on the right side. Just compare what the silver weighs and what volume it takes up compared to the gold. And the compactness is important as it facilitates ease of storage, ease of transport, and it also allows to hide if necessary. Which forms do I prefer? I invest into precious metals by buying bullion and not numismatic or semi-numismatic coins, but bullion. If I can get them for around spot, I also buy silver objects, like for example these little boxes or silver cups, or even some nice looking artistic objects. Only if I get them around spot, otherwise I do not buy them to invest into metals. Bullion refers to bars or coins produced in bulk form, and therefore value of bullion is mostly represented by the value of its precious metal content. And when buying bullion, I pay for the metal and not for the external appearance, like for instance unnecessary design elements, shininess or so on. I do not care if the bar or coin is shiny or oxidized, like for example this 500 gram bar, which is pretty ugly to look at, but it's still 500 grams of silver. Therefore it does not make sense for me to pay extra for plastic cases where the bullion are wrapped into. And if I can, I prefer to buy bullion just in this form, because the premium will be just smaller compared to anything which is extra packaged. I choose to buy the unit of bullion with the smallest premium, and for silver that's usually the 1 kilogram bar, and for gold it's 1 ounce coins, but not the panda, because the panda is almost a collectible or a semi-numismatic coin maybe, and therefore I prefer to buy coins like the Prudent, which is available very close to spot. Furthermore, bullion should be recognizable. I prefer forms that are easily recognized by as many people as possible, in coins as well as in bars. For example, around here everybody knows Credit Suisse or UBS, very well-known banks, or also Cantonal Bank. Everybody knows the Vreneli. And in other countries, other manufacturers or essayers might be more known, so I would say buy local. I avoid coins with yearly changing motifs like the pandas. The panda has a new motif on one side every year, and I mean, who can remember the motif of the panda from 1990, like this one for instance is. Recognizability facilitates trust that the piece I hold is an original and not a fake, and the pandas are usually sold with a premium also, and that's not what I want when buying bullion. How about certificates? Many people like to have bars with certificate or coins with certificates attached to them, but I don't. If I buy a bar or coin and I'm not sure if it's real, I'll check the bar or coin and not the piece of paper that accompanies it. However, a valid alternative to paper certificates might be attributes or design elements that are incorporated directly into the bar or coin itself. Like for example, this is a UBS coin with a hologram. They're called kinebars, and because it's a feature of the bar itself, This is a safety element, independent of the piece of paper that accompanying the bar. Last point I want to address today is scenario-based stacking. Not all units of Bullion are convenient in all situations. Imagine Weimar Republic in the 1920s, terrible inflation, shortages of goods, stored, devoid of supplies. Nobody wants to trade goods against paper because the paper is worth less tomorrow compared to today. So only to have 1 kilogram silver bars, for example, is obviously not good, unless you're willing to cut your bars into smaller pieces in order not to overpay for a loaf of bread or some sugar. And smaller units like 1 ounce or even smaller silver bars or coins would be better to have for smaller purchases. And when times are hard, you will not get more because the bar or coin just looks shiny. On the other hand, 1 kilogram bars, all of the same type and shape, facilitate storage or stacking and help reduce the required storage space. Finally, let me remind you, any investment in precious metals should only be part of an entire investment strategy. I also invest in numismatic coins, in other collectibles, and also at the stock market, as diversification is always key. That was it for today. Thanks for watching Coin Show. Leave a comment, rate and subscribe. Take care and bye.